You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Road Rants for Black and White Sports. We have an update from the GOAT himself. That's right, Tom Brady tonight with Jim Gray was his podcast, and he came out, talked about a potential retirement, and broke his silence on the reports that have come out. We're here to give you exactly what Tom Brady said and offer a couple of nuggets, a little speculation. You never know what Tom is going to do at this point. I do have a couple of theories. Tom Brady said Monday that he is, quote, still going through the process I said I was going through. Amid reports he was going to retire from the NFL. Brady made it clear on the Let's Go podcast he is still weighing whether he was going to walk away from the NFL despite ESPN and NFL Network reporting he is retiring after 22 seasons and 7 Super Bowl titles between playing with the New England Patriots and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It was still a good week for me. I'm going through the process I said I was going through. Sometimes it takes some time to really evaluate how you feel, what you want to do. I think when the time is right, I'll be ready to make a decision one way or another, like I said last week, he told legendary sportscaster Jim Gray. Brady was asked whether he was surprised when the reports came out. There's always a good line that I'm responsible for what I say and do and not responsible for what others say and do. Again, one thing I learned about sports is you can control what you can control, and what you can't, you leave to others, he said. We're in such an era of information, and people want to be in front of the news often, and I totally understand that, and I understand that's the environment we're in, but I think for me, it's literally day to day with me. I'm just trying to do the best I can every day, evaluate things as they come, and try to make a decision for me and my family. Brady lamented that reports were overshadowing championship weekend. I don't know what different intentions are, and you know it's not for me to control those things. There's some very important games going on over the weekend, and I know how hard those players work on Sunday to prepare for that. I was actually a little disappointed that would actually play some part of what's going on in NFL football, which to me is such an amazing sport. It's a great sport. The focus should be on those great games. You're right. For me, I was trying to enjoy a nice weekend. It didn't quite turn that way because my phone got really busy. But that's just part of being in the situation I'm in. Brady didn't say whether he had a timeline on a decision, just that he know when the time is, quote, right. I've always said I'm very blessed to play as long as I have. As things have gone in the later parts of my career, whether that was 5 years ago or even this year, there's a lot of interest in when I'm going to stop playing, and I understand that. It's not that I don't recognize that. When I know, I'll know, and when I don't know, I don't know. I'm not going to race to some conclusion about that. Brady was asked whether the reports and the circus that followed would give him a reason to come back one more season to just show he's still at the top of his games. This is interesting. Quote, I think my motivation for playing football is to win and be successful, and maybe there's little parts of motivation that come from places or from what people may say or think. I'm mostly motivated from the inside and wanting to be the best for my teammates, my coaches, my organization. It's kind of where my motivation has been for a long time, he said. At different times, you use different techniques and tools to put yourself in the right frame of mind. But for me, it's just always being the best I could be, and that's always how I wanted to be for my teammates. And he goes on to recap everything that happened over the weekend. Still interesting that the TB12 brand actually tweeted out, basically a goodbye message, right? And then all of a sudden they deleted that. And again, there's entities that reported it that does lead you to think there's some credence to the report, like Jeff Darlington being involved. We know he's kind of he's not kind of close to Brady. He is close to Brady. Some call him a direct line to Brady. Let's put it that way in the media. But I do have some theories. I think he is actually still thinking about this. Number one, he's got the signing bonus, okay, that he needs to wait to a certain date to get through in order to make his $15 million. Savvy business decision. I get that. I'm not going to dog him out over that. I do have a theory, though, that one of the reasons you're seeing this happen, I'm not sure he was going to do this, but right, wrong, or indifferent, this is not going to be the same Buccaneers team. It's not, okay? They were set up for last year's run and this year's run. Chris Godwin got hurt. He may not be back till later in the year next year, and he's a free agent. He's a free agent. He may not be back with the Buccaneers, period. And then there's a lot of other pieces that may go. There's speculation that Rob Gronkowski may retire with or without Tom. Okay, so that's something to consider. And whether anybody likes it or not, he was an Antonio Brown fan. Plain and simple, he thought he was a valuable weapon for that team. And I do think how the organization handled Antonio Brown, even though I understand why Bruce Arians cut him, it doesn't mean Tom Brady understands that. And it doesn't mean he gives a rat's damn how much Antonio Brown shows his ass, as long as Antonio Brown is out there running routes. Okay? I still believe that he likes Antonio Brown a great deal. I know it doesn't compute when you take into account Tom's all-business personality, but something about Antonio Brown resonated with Tom Brady. Probably just the fact that Antonio Brown is just all-world talent. I also believe that behind the scenes, and again, we're speculating here, but I still believe he's trying to figure out how to get to a better team or another team. Okay? He's under contract with Tampa Bay, but I think he is trying to sort it out behind the scenes and go, if I could get to another team, a la the 49ers, okay, and I get it, I'm a Niners fan, I'm not pushing for that, but a team of that ilk that seems ready to win. In other words, the Rams would have been another one of those teams, but they got Matthew Stafford. Okay, but they're built ready to win. If he could figure out how to get to a team that was built ready to win, because this Tampa Bay team's about to be torn apart, and he knows that, I think he realizes if he comes back with Tampa Bay, he's not winning another one. So, just take that into account. Brady has not made a decision, but I think he's weighing a lot of different factors, and if he has no way to get to a different team, I think he's going to retire. Okay, the thing that makes this so different and that caught everybody off guard is the fact that he's always like, I'm coming back to play next year. I'm coming back to play next year. And he says that right off the bat. This time, I think he's like, whoa, this team's going to look a lot different. And if I can't get somewhere else, then I probably should hang it up, because I'm not winning a Super Bowl with what this Tampa Bay team is going to have to offer next year. Free agency and the salary cap is about to nail that team. It is what it is now. Peace. I'm out.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.